Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make business card marketing work for you. Stay tuned. I'm Frank, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs start and grow their lawn care business. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about business card marketing. So whenever I was first starting out, I would put out like 1,000 business cards and I would get like 5 calls from that. And out of those 5, I would close 4 of those. So I would get 4 customers out of 1,000. And that's not too bad, but there's this one simple thing that I did that grew that number. And what I want you to do is guess what it was and guess how much of an increase I had. Did I go from 5 calls to 10 calls, or did I go from 5 calls to 20 calls or more? So stay tuned till the end of this video and I'm gonna reveal to you that number. So let's talk a little bit more about business cards. Business cards are a great way for you to advertise your business. One of the things that I did, I would use those business cards to put out on doors, right? And after we grew a little bit, I would have my guys do it and they would put it out not just on the houses around my existing customers, but we would put them out on a regular basis. Now, there's a couple things that you got to be aware of before you do that. First, make sure that you're allowed to do that when it comes to your city ordinance. And one other thing that I highly recommend, never ever put a business card inside a mailbox or outside of a mailbox. I've seen a lot of videos or people talking about, you can put the business card on the outside of the mailbox, and that's not true. That's not something you want to do. That's a property of the United States Parcel Service, and that can get you in a lot of trouble. But anyway, once you get past all the ordinance and such, and you're able to put those business cards on the doors, I want you to kind of think about what you should have on that business card. Is there an offer on there? Is there, your name, address? What are you going to put on there? I like to keep it simple. So in keeping it simple, we want to make sure that obviously we have our business name, our phone number, and the kind of services that you offer. But we also want to kind of look at not just what looks good or what's pretty, but we also want to look at what the customer is expecting. What's their need? What's their pain point, right? I happen to be in an area that's, very high end, and I would kind of market this area a little bit differently than I would other areas. The people in this neighborhood have a different expectation, and those expectations are something that I have to consider whenever I'm advertising to them, whether it's a business card or a flyer or whatever it might be. One of the things that I know in this area, the neighbors, they're always trying to one-up their neighbors, right? Because they've got a lot of money. So whenever we're advertising to like this kind of neighborhood, we want to look at some of the emotional keywords that we can put into our advertisement. So what are they looking for? They're wanting to up their neighbor. They might not be as cost conscious as another neighborhood, but they want exceptional service. We might put on the business card there, guaranteed results, So this type of customer is looking for, immaculate work. And when they don't get immaculate work, which is gonna happen, they're looking for a guarantee. So those are some of the keywords that I just, popped out in doing this analysis, right? So they're looking for guaranteed work, they're looking for an instant quote, they're looking for high quality experience, right? That goes hand in hand with immaculate work, that goes hand in hand with guarantee, because if you're experienced, that means you've been in business for a while, right? If you've been in business for a while, that means that you're not gonna just, pack your bags and go when the things aren't going your way. In other words, if a job doesn't go your way, you're there to stand by it and make it right. And that's what they're looking for. Different neighborhoods are looking for different things. So you don't want to just do a generic card. There are hundreds of generic cards. You don't want to just name, phone number, address, this is what we do, and that's it. You want to tap the emotional connection for each neighborhood, and that's going to help you get some better results. So when you're formatting your business card, you want to make sure you have all the pertinent information on there. For example, we're going to put the company name, phone number, the type of services that you provide, the website. If you have a little bit of additional room, maybe you're going to add some of the social media platforms on there, and that's more of a long tail type of marketing. It's not going to really be necessary for what we're doing right now. And obviously, just like we talked about, make sure that you have some of those emotional keywords in there that's going to tap into the customer base in that area. Make sure that you have some sort of a messaging in place, guaranteed results, immaculate work, reliable service. Those are kind of the things that, they're looking for. Make sure to check out the description below where I'm going to add several emotional keywords that you can use when marketing your business. So to kind of sum up everything, make sure that you keep it simple, you keep your customer in mind, and you have a clear message. So now let's talk about what was the one thing that I did, in addition to everything we just talked about today, that grew my results. I did one simple thing. The neighborhoods that I was targeting, I would let them know right there on the business card how much I was going to charge them for each mowing. For example, if it was $35 a week, I would put right there, your lawn is $35 a week. You can word that however you want. Now, that might seem more difficult than it really is. I'm sitting in a neighborhood right now, and I can tell you, just like in most other neighborhoods, the houses are pretty much the same size as far as the lots go. And you might have an exception with the corner lots being a little bit bigger. So what I would do is, once I determined how much I was going to charge one customer, I would make business cards with that price, and I would put them on every house in that neighborhood. And for the corner lots that were a little bit bigger, I would make a different card for that. So if I'm charging 35 or 40 bucks for a regular mowing, and I'm charging 50 or 60 for a corner lot, I would make two different cards, one for the regular size lots and one for the corner size lots. And again, it seems like it's going to be difficult, but it really isn't. It's a very simple process to do. As a matter of fact, make sure to check out the video that I made that walks you through step by step on exactly what to charge for a lawn in your area. So here's the answer you've been waiting for. How many more calls did I get for every 1,000 cards that I put out by simply putting the amount that I'm going to charge that customer for mowing? Did you guess it? So would you believe, by simply putting the amount that I'm going to charge the customer right there on the business card, I quadrupled the number of calls that I received. Here's the better part. Not only did I receive quadruple the amount of calls, but also my closing rate went up from 80% to 90%. Why is that important? That's important because it's simple to get the phone to ring. I could have put down something on that card that was a gimmick, right? You've seen that before. You've gone to the car dealership, or you used to see advertisement for this fantastic car and it was $10,000. You call them up and they would tell you, oh, we just had one of those, but you're more than welcome to come in and buy the $30,000 car. So that's why it's important that I mention that, because I didn't just increase the number of calls, I also increased the close rate. That means the offer that I put out wasn't a gimmick. I delivered on what I promised. It made the sale that much easier. The customer knows exactly what I'm going to charge when they call. So I'm not having to resell them. They're already sold by the time they call you. Let me leave you with this. When you're designing your business card, make sure to follow some of the basic steps that we discussed earlier in this video. Most importantly, Put the price right there on the business card so the customer knows exactly what you're going to charge for each mowing. This will exponentially increase the number of calls that you receive, and more importantly, it's going to increase your close rate. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. Take care, lawn care pros.